Okay, now let us talk about this movie coming out of 2018. And the movie is Insidious The Last Key. It is directed by Adam Robitel. It's written by Lee Wanell. It stars Lynn Shay, Angus Sampson, Caitlin Gerard, and also Lee Wanell. No, these movies were never made for our pure entertainment. These people, they put the various agendas. They are telling you what they are currently doing to humanity, and they put it in the form of entertainment. We all sit, we watch, and we're thoroughly entertained, and we don't even realize what they are trying to tell us. Now, let us use critical thinking and connect some dots. Now, in this movie, we see the psychic Elise going back to her childhood home. And once there, she discovers some secrets. Her late father used to kidnap females and chain them in what looks like a dungeon room. Now, this is not the first time Lee Wanell have written a scene in a movie showing people chained somewhere against their will. We have seen a child chained in part one against their will in the further, which is the spiritual realm. What is it that Lee Wanell is trying to tell us? Because we're seriously giving him the side eye, right? Because we've always hear about these people trafficking. We've heard about people being locked up allegedly in dungeon rooms where they are sexually assaulted and they are used for blood sacrifice. What is it that Lee Wanell is trying to tell us? Because when we view this room, we see quite a number of tunnels, and those tunnels indeed reminds me of these people trafficking allegations that I keep hearing going on around Hollywood. Now, also in the movie, we see a demonic entity that lives in the home, that lives in the tunnel, right? That lives in the dungeon. And this demonic entity have a fascination with using the keys which he got on its fingers to turn people's voice off, leaving the victim voiceless. They got no voice. What is Lee Wanell trying to tell us? Is he trying to tell us about the voiceless victims, the alleged voiceless victims that is part of the people smuggling, allegedly, because I have no evidence? Is that what he's trying to tell us? Is he trying to tell us that these alleged dungeons are filled with demonic entities? Because in this movie, we also see the demonic entity put Elise the psychic in a dungeon cell chamber where she's locked up, and she's also chained around the neck. And he not only did that to Elise, but he did that to her two niece as well, right? Showing us some bondage, right? Having these young girl crawling while he's walking them like animals. What is it that Lee Wanell is trying to tell us? Because we keep hearing about these terrible allegations about people smuggling, sex trafficking, and all that going on in Hollywood. What is he trying to tell us? We definitely got to give Lee Wanell the side eye, right? These movies are not for pure entertainment, right? And not only that, when they went to her childhood home, she also discovered another victim there, alive, chained in the dungeon room. Right? Do you notice the theme? People been chained in dungeon room against their will. What is it that they're trying to tell us? No, this whole thing allegedly is not going to end well. Right? And for anyone out there that is taking part in kidnapping people's children and their loved ones, you need to understand it's not going to end well for you. You need to cease and desist and walk away from the situation. Anyone out there that requires people, children, or loved ones, let them go and get them themselves. Have no part in it, because these entities that surround humanity, they are not in charge, right? Even though they are hyping themselves up, feeling themselves and thinking that they are in charge, they are not in charge. They are not even in charge of their life, and they are locked up. So we should not be aligning ourselves with entities that are locked up. We should be praying and say, glory be to the Most High.